While searching for information, do you keep finding lawyers who are just selling their services instead of answering your questions? With 24 years of experience, I'm familiar with the frustrations you may have while making an injury claim through an auto insurance company. I do my best to actually answer your questions in these videos and in my free book. I am Arizona native and attorney Kevin Fine, and in this video I answer your questions about how to write another document you may need in your auto injury claim. One of the 4 documents you will need to file to begin a lawsuit, one of the documents you need to file with the Superior Court, is called a civil cover sheet. Now, the civil cover sheet is used by the file clerk to properly open the claim in the court system. And this is what it looks like. The clerk will assign the case number right here, so you don't need to worry about that. You can leave that blank and they'll stamp the case number on that. But you will need to, for example, you will need to fill out right here where it says plaintiff's attorney. Because you're not represented at this time, you would fill that in simply with leaving it blank or writing in pro per, which means that you're self-represented. And of course, because you do not have a bar number, you can put not applicable there or leave that blank. You should mark yes if you do need a court interpreter for any court proceedings and which language you would need. Obviously, if you need to put your own signature here as you are self-represented. As you go down below here, obviously it has the names of the plaintiffs, and in this case, again because you're self-represented, you'd put your name here, you'd put your own address over here on this side. In the defendant blank, that gets a little tricky because if you go to the explanation on another video of how to fill out the caption of the complaint you will file, you'll see that not only do you list the name of the defendant here in this area, but also the John Does, Jane Does, and the John Does, Jane Does of different corporations, as I've indicated here, just to make sure your bases are covered. It's also worth pointing out that you notice that the insurance company, who you've probably been dealing with as you try to resolve the claim, is not listed as a defendant because, again, they're actually not the defendant in the action. They weren't driving the vehicle. The named defendant was. So you leave them out. In fact, in the court proceedings, the insurance company is not mentioned at all. So you go through and we'll take care of the defendants here. You're not seeking any emergency orders, so this section here will not be applicable to you. But you do need to mark that the rules of complex litigation do not apply to your matter. For example, if there were a product liability case, medical malpractice cases often fall into this category, some other types of matters, but of course today we are discussing how to file an auto claim. And consequently, down here, this does matter. The nature of the action will be under tort motor vehicle. And right here, as you can see, you will mark the non-death personal injury, assuming that there was not a death involved in this case. So that's the one you mark to indicate what kind of an action it is. And you end up on the proceeding down to the second page, and you can see that there are lots of different blanks here, none of which you need to worry about in this case. So this is the one you need to fill out. Once that is properly filled out, you will include this document with the other pleadings when you file with the Superior Court. Obviously, in this example, we're still continuing with Maricopa County, but that will change if you are filing in a different county. And in fact, how this is filled out in general may change from county to county, so you would need to check the local rules of that county for those differences. I answer more of your questions in my other videos, articles on my firm's website, and in my free book. Because your situation will be different in significant ways, the general information I presented here might not be right for your matter and is not legal advice. If you wish to talk to me about your concerns more specifically, I do offer a free consultation. You can set up that visit or you can order the free book through the contact information on the banner below.